Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
If you want to make this again as a persistent object, open the session and then call save or update method. Or else you can directly call normal update method. Either of these calls will make the detached object back to the persistent object status. See, currently we know about save method. Save method will issue an insert query, and we know about update query. Update query will issue an update query to the database, and there is one special method which is save or update method. The save or update method will first issue a select query. If the data was available, then it will issue a update query. If at all, if data available, it will issue an update query, else it will issue insert query. So if you're not sure whether the row was already available or not, then you will go for save or update method instead of going for verification by using get method and then issuing these two. So when you use save or update, it will perform the select query by Hibernate itself. We'll discuss about relationships. See, until now we are retrieving the data corresponding to only employee class. Let us say if we want to retrieve the information corresponding to our address object as well. From our employee class, we have a relationship to address class. So that means when you are retrieving the information for employee, the employee will also consist of an address ID, and based on that address ID, we can retrieve the information from address object as well. That's how we have done with respect to our JDBC code. We have retrieved the employee information, and we have taken the address ID, and we have issued one more query to the database to retrieve address details. But with Hibernate, it's not required for you to perform the query on our side. you can just inform to the Hibernate that my employee class was mapped to, employee class has a mapping or as a relationship to address table. And you just need to specify what are all the columns or entity properties mapped to address class. Hibernate will fetch both the records and store in employee object and also in address object. So let me add some information here to our address table. Select star from address 1, 2 available. Okay, I'll work only corresponding with respect to employee ID 100 because this consists of corresponding row in our address table. Currently with our employee table, this is the same code. We just need to enable our address and enable setters and getters as well. And we need to create an address object corresponding to all the properties like city, state, and zip code. So that means currently our employee class, employee entity is referring to address entity. So from employee, there is a relationship to address that is nothing but one-to-one relationship. So that means corresponding to one employee, it consists of an address, and the address consists of the ADS ID will be a foreign key from our address table, and by using our foreign key, we can retrieve the corresponding information from our address table as well. This is just like the database relationship. But frankly speaking, if you take a look at, I can use from 200, for 200 also, I can point to same address ID. For 205 also, I can refer to same address ID like 1, I can specify at this level. So this is just like a one-to-many relationship, but not exactly one-to-one relationship. But in terms of Hibernate, it won't distinguish between one-to-one or one-to-many. Normally, Hibernate will consist of both as a single relationship, but we just need to do the mapping based on our requirement. So once you have created employee and address objects, but these are the same objects which we have used within our JDBC or servlet code also, but currently we have commented the address object. Previously we have commented the address object, and now we have enabled that. So you have this property now within your employee class. So that means you need to specify the same within your employee.hbm.xml file as well. But before that, you need to have the corresponding mapping file for your address object as well. So create a mapping file for your address object. New. Hibernate mapping file. Add class. Our address class. Move this to resources. verify our address.hpm.xml. It consists of class name and the table and the address ID. This is address underscore ID. I'm sorry, address underscore ID, and also our zip code, zip underscore code. That's all. City and state, these are fine. Now come back to our employee.hbm.xml file. So here we need to specify that our employee table is referring to address table. Let me show the definition, the actual definition of many-to-one relationship. Hibernate relationships is slightly differ from normal database relationships. See, currently in our normal database, we have one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, many-to-many relationships, and also many-to-one relationship. But in a Hibernate, we'll have only two relationships. You can see that only many-to-one relationship was available. We don't have any many-to-many, and also we have only one-to-one relationship. We don't have the opposite way also. So based on these two mappings, you can configure the relationship between the two elements. Whenever we say many-to-one relationship, here what we are doing is one persistent class, an ordinary association to another persistent class is declared by using many-to-one element. So that means from our employee class, we are trying to refer to address class. So here, address consists of multiple elements which can be mapped as a foreign key in our employee table. So that means within our, for our same primary key, let us say 100 and 200, we can point, let us say brother and sister, they consist of same employee details kind of information. Let us say they'll point to same address. They'll reside at the same location. So for 100 and 200, you are supposed to map to the same foreign key. So normally a foreign key in one table is referred as an element in our primary key table. So that will be specified by using many-to-one relationship, and you need to specify the properties. When you are referring many-to-one, you need to specify what is the column from your table. So from our employee, what is the column? From our employee, my column name is ADS underscore ID. And also you need to specify what is the class that will be referred to. Currently the class name is our address. com.h2k.hibernate.util.address. And after that, you need to specify on what column you want to match. I'm sorry, here this is our entity details. So currently our entity is address. So here the many-to-one relationship, it says that name is address, nothing but the element that you have referred within your employee class, and the corresponding type, nothing but your class details, and also based on what column from your employee table you want to match the address table. So based on this, Hibernate understands that this is a foreign key column in your employee table, and you are referring to the address table. Obviously, you are going to refer the primary key of address table because you are using as a foreign key. That means you should refer to the primary key of another table. So Hibernate will understand that it will map the address ID, the ADS ID of employee table to address ID of address table. It will reach this place. It will reach this place and it will map the address ID and it will take a look at the address.hbm.xml and it will map the column as address_ID and it will create the query and it will retrieve the corresponding information based on the address ID column from your employee table. Is one to many and many to one the same thing? That's database question. Normally, it will be referred by ourselves. Let us say a book and a publisher case. A book will be published by a publisher, let us say Manning. In that case, you will call one-to-one relationship. But let us say bookstore versus publisher. Bookstore consists of several publishers. Or else, let us say as a customer. As a customer, you can buy any number of books from the same publisher. So in that case, you can say one-to-many relationship. And in the vice versa, from the publisher, a publisher can publish any number of books and he can sell those books to the same client. So in that case, you can say many-to-one relationship. Is it many employee to one address or many address to one employee? Currently, we are saying that come back to our employee.hbm.xml. Currently, we are specifying that our address ID is a foreign key. See, that's what I have mentioned. The name is somewhat confusing, but the Hibernate relationship was totally different from the name, whatever that we have specified here. It will refer to a foreign key of the same table, nothing but your employee table, and it will fetch the data based on the address ID column, whatever that you have specified. It will be purely based on the foreign key and primary key relationships. If you want to write a one-to-one relationship, the one-to-one relationship, it won't be based on a primary key column, foreign key column from a different table. It will be based on the primary key column from the same table itself. So one-to-one means you need to maintain the relationship on both the ends. So from employee table, you need to maintain the relationship and you need to maintain the same from address table as well. Then only you can fetch the data properly. Come back to our employee servlet. Then we need to write one more relationship in our employee table. So here we are calling, our login servlet only, calling get user details, get employee. So here by using session.get, we are retrieving the information of employee as of now. So let us retrieve the information. Let us check whether it has retrieved the information. I'm reviewing these two cases. Employee.get address. Address object. See, we have mentioned that we don't need to do any kind of stuff with respect to our Java code. Hibernate will be going to do all the work, and it was supposed to issue the get query for your address table as well, because we have mentioned that the foreign key relationship was available from our employee table to address table. So that's the reason I'm directly accessing, verifying whether the address object was available or not. Let us rerun our login page. No association from the table employee refers to the unmapped class com.h2k.hibernate.util.address. We forgot one more step during our configuration. Does anybody can tell? During the Hibernate configuration declaration, we have mentioned that whatever the HPM XML files that we have, we are supposed to mention all the HPM.xml files within our CFG file. Then only Hibernate will make sure that all the mappings are correct and it will place the mapping into the memory. But currently we didn't place address details, address.hpm.xml file in our Hibernate CFG. So when we have specified employee.hpm.xml, it has entered employee.hpm.xml file and it was trying to retrieve all the columns and it has failed at this location, specifying that it couldn't able to locate the mapping file for this particular class. Unmapped class, that's the issue. What else? Address.hpm.xml file. It's correct. Refers to an unmapped class com.h2k.hibernate.util.address. H2K Hibernate util.address. This is fine. Let me clean the project and rerun it one more time. Put address employee. Okay. I don't think that will make a difference. We'll see. Yeah, it worked. Our session factory has created. So now both the mappings are available in the memory. So now if we query login page, it was supposed to fetch both the details. So corresponding to Steve, we need to fetch the data 100 and Steve. Verify the Hibernate queries that got executed. So the first one, it has issued select employee details it has fetched, and once after that you can see that it has fetched the details Hibernate select query for our address details as well. So Hibernate sees that we are expecting the address object. We are expecting address object also. That's why we have called the getAddress method. Then Hibernate has issued one more select query for our address. It has retrieved the details from employee query itself, and it has used the address ID from this level, and it has issued where address ID equal to the corresponding value will be retrieved from the select query itself. And previously we didn't get this type of query. One thing is it was not available, the mapping was not available in Hibernate hvm.xml file, and also the second reason is Hibernate won't execute the query until and unless you are expecting the data for the required columns or the corresponding cascaded tables. So if at all if you want, then only Hibernate will issue the query, because if it is not required, then it won't waste a cycle through the database. That's the reason it won't issue the data. So it won't issue the query to the database. There are several other properties that are related to menu to one. One such is fetch. See, currently Hibernate has issued two different queries. The first select query, which will only get the information from the employee table. And the second one, it has issued to get the address details. But if you don't want to issue two separate queries, and if you want to issue a single query by using join operation, you can specify fetch equal to join, which will fetch the data at the same time while querying while issuing. And one more important one is cascade. The cascade, it consists of several values like save or update, or else you can write save or update, or you can say all, and also delete. So the cascade operation is used for cascading or executing the query. Let us say you have retrieved some information from your database, and after that you are performing some kind of work with respect to your employee class or employee Hibernate object, and also with respect to address object. When you call the flush method, Hibernate will call the update query only on employee table. It won't call the update query on your address table, because Hibernate won't verify, because you are trying to flush the object which was available in the memory. Currently only one object was available in the memory, which is nothing but your employee object. But let us say you want the same operation to be propagated to all your referred classes or referred tables, then you can specify a property called cascade. And the value of cascade, you can specify all. All means it will use the cascaded operation and executes the query corresponding to address table for all operations. If you say save, then it will only perform for save operation, or if you say save or update, then it will work for save method, update method, or save or update method. So finally delete. Even for delete also, when you are deleting a row, if you want to delete the corresponding rows, corresponding foreign key rows also, then you can specify delete method. The delete method will issue a delete query to your refer table as well. There are several other properties. You can just verify the API, or you can verify the docs for that, for the explanation.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website H2Kinfosys.com. On our website H2Kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.